We are back on Get Up, and let's keep it moving with a game of fact or fiction. Hey, Marcus Spears.
Yes, sir.
If I said Anthony Richardson should be the Week 1 starting quarterback for the Indianapolis Colts, would that be fact or fiction?
That's a fact, because you got to see what you have in Anthony Richardson. You have to see if what you drafted, with all of the potential, you can turn into what some people were concerned about, but you also saw that level of talent. We know what Daniel Jones is. We know what he can do. He can win you some games, have some successful outings, but the inconsistency of his play should give Anthony Richardson this opportunity to see if he can be consistent and be the guy you drafted. If Anthony Richardson doesn't work out for the Indianapolis Colts, it's a complete redo. It's a start over. They are in the same position that these franchises that will be in purgatory until they find a quarterback that can take this franchise forward.
It is also, and it must be said, a complete organizational failure if they do that. They took him at number 4, which a lot of people questioned, and then everybody on the draft that we were there that night said, he needs some time. You need to let him develop. You don't want to throw him out there immediately. They throw him out there immediately. He's obviously not ready. Then the injury problems are part of it. All these different things that happen. He looked ready to play to you.
No. I totally disagree with the organizational failure thing. Greeny, so 1, I would start Anthony. 2, Bo Nix, college and NFL, about 5,000 snaps. Anthony Richardson, college and NFL, about 1,700.
What I'm saying.
He has to play. Right. He is one of those players.
You have to play the first week of his first season when he didn't look like he was anywhere close to ready.
Jayden Daniels got 4,000. Greeny, you have to get reps. You're not going to, whether he started the first game or the 5th game, he's chasing reps. And you knew that when you drafted him. And you knew this was going to be up and down roller coaster ride. And that's why, like, when it comes to this decision, if you start Daniel Jones, you're shutting the door on Anthony because he still doesn't have reps for development. The sack last week against Baltimore when he gets the pinky hurt, it's a developmental rep thing. Like, you want him to get it, but he needs those reps. And so no kid is ready to right away just step in. Some guys have banked thousands of reps that help them. He's playing catch up. And until you are okay with that as an organization, I'm not saying it's an easy decision. He's always going to be playing catch up.
They are okay with it as an organization, but then he gets hurt in week 4, week 5 of his rookie season. He can't play the rest of the year, so he's not getting the reps.
Right.
So that's the conundrum that they are in right now with Anthony Richardson. I went to one of his games last year. It was in Denver. I hadn't seen him play in person. It's incredible. Literally anything can happen on any play, like good or bad. The spectrum is incredible. So you know what the ceiling is, but you got to get the floor to a point where it's acceptable. And they could lose a lot of games.
RC has tape.
Show
us what we are actually.
And so the thing is this: when you're picking between Daniel Jones and Anthony Richardson, this isn't like trying to choose between The Ultimatum and She's Trying to Tell Me Something. Two beautiful books written by Dan Graziano, right? Okay. You see things like this, right? He misses an easy check down, and now you have a swing route. He gets to the right throw, but it's off the mark. And then you watch him do some things that go above and beyond the X's and O's. Here he's being spied by Isaiah Simmons. It's a 3rd and 9. He makes a move. He gets the first down. And now this play got called back, but there's going to be a free rusher off of the right side of the line. He's going to fade to his left, and he's going to hit this slot fade. It's not a good throw. It's a perfect throw. It's a great throw. It's an exceptional throw. It's a throw that not many people in the world can make. And so if I'm Shane Steichen and I'm sitting there, these sorts of plays, when he does the good things, these are the things I'm trying to get more of, but you can't get more of them if he does not play.
Right.
You know what Daniel Jones is. That's not changing ever in life. When he becomes your quarterback, you have decided that you're drafting another one the next year.
Yeah.
For me, it's start Anthony Richardson. If you give up on him, if he's done, you move to Daniel Jones and you start making your plan for the future.
RC, if they choose to start Daniel Jones,
trade him.
I would trade Anthony Richardson.
Trade him.
I would entertain it, and if I was a team, I'd want to. He has to gather reps, and that's if I'm the Colts, and I think they've done a nice job with skill players. They got some really nice skill players.
Yeah, they do.
Michael Pittman Jr., A.J.
Tyler
Mitchell,
Warren.
Tyler Warren's a freak, Josh Downs, Alec Pierce.
But the team is not bad.
Right. So you just have to make the commitment of, Anthony, you get 6 weeks. Okay, we're going to give you 6 weeks. And you got to prove to us that this was the right decision and we're only going to continue to build this season. And if it doesn't get to that, you know you can turn to Daniel Jones and you'll figure it out.
And he's not the backup type. He is not the sort of person you want as a backup. Anthony Richardson. You know who I want as a backup? Somebody who doesn't need reps to learn. You know who I want as a backup? Somebody who understands that from this sideline, I got to be taking mental reps. So if something happens to number one, I'm completely prepared to play from neck up like I've been prepared as the starter. That ain't a guy who's only played 1,700 reps.
Guys, Bo Nix, 5,000 snaps. Jayden Daniels, 4,000 snaps. Caleb, more than 3,000 snaps. Stroud, more than 3,500. So he is half of that amount so far. The reality is, if you don't choose him as your starter and he doesn't get the reps, this year, he's never going to catch that.
To your point,
and
man, that's what makes the injury so prominent in this whole entire discussion. The problem is those injuries are him not protecting himself.
Right. Totally fair.
And when you trying to figure out this conundrum that you have of, do I have a guy that's gonna see the blitz the way it needs to be seen, or am I not gonna have him for the rest of the season? Do I have a guy when he takes off understands that since you the franchise and we giving you this opportunity, are you gonna get down instead of taking the physical pounding that we've seen you take as a rookie? Not only are the reps need to be a learned behavior when it comes from throwing in the pocket and understanding coverages and being consistently accurate, there's also an understanding of how you survive
availability
as a quarterback as well. So it's not like, I don't think Indy is dealing with the simplicity of development from the quarterback standpoint. I think they also dealing with the element of consistency in making the right decisions when it comes to anything beyond throwing the football.
And that's got to be on him. Like that's got to be on him growing of, tapping out of the game and, maybe not preparing. And that's got to be part of his development and growth.
And that's on him though, right?
Totally.
Like if we are not hearing stories of veterans getting to the facility and Anthony Richardson already being there and already being in the film room, he's wrong.
Right.
If we're not hearing stories of, I'm leaving the building and I see Anthony Richardson walking into the film room, I see Anthony Richardson carrying food so he can go watch the practice from the previous day, then he's wrong. And he doesn't deserve to start if he's not doing those things.
So they've got a big decision to make. Do you have any sense of when that decision will?
I think this week is when most of these decisions happen. If not, then you're sort of admitting you don't know.
All right, we'll wait and see. All right, these three guys have got to go to the NFL meetings today. I just want to say one thing very quickly. Having the three of you together, you're all still on the show at different times, but it reminds me a lot of when we started. And I will just say, if it wasn't for you three guys, I wouldn't still be here.
Thanks,
it is great to have you guys back.
Oh, look, a pleasure to have you, no doubt.
All right, we will have much more to go as we continue, however. The Monday Night Showdown. More on that. Joe and Jayden on the field, but two players who weren't that everyone is talking about today. So we'll do that, and then we'll let Graziano do what he does.